Hi everybody, it's Louise back here again with Bright Star Creative. And today I thought we'd do something a bit easier but fun. Now I managed to pick up these slightly cheeky stickers from Temu. And I think actually you can do like an iron-on thing with them, but because they're so well coated, I think they'll adapt quite well to going into the resin. And I thought they'd be a really good gift, Christmas coming around the corner. Sorry, I know you probably don't want to hear that. But if there's somebody in your life you like something a bit tongue in cheek, a bit cheeky, not into the flowery stuff, or even for a man or a teenager, something like that, these make a really good gift. So I thought I'd use I've got the J. Diction fast set. It's like a 4-hour mold. So I've mixed some of that up ready. And I didn't want to put any colour into the resin because I want to see the sticker. No point covering it up. So what I thought I'd do is just go around the edges with, I've got the Let's Resin chameleon powders. And I thought I've picked out two. This one to go with the purple and blue, and this sort of goldy greeny one to go with the other sort of multicolour. And I just thought if we put a little peak around the edge, one, it wouldn't then, if it's not too much, it's not going to spread all the way through, but it'll give us a little bit of extra colour, bit of extra decoration. So I'm going to do one with you, and then I'm going to pause you while I do the rest, because there's going to be boring watching me do all four. So we're just going to pop some on my little brush. This is just a makeup brush, and pop quite a bit on to start with, because what you're going to do is you're going to spread it, and then you're going to kind of burnish it and work it in. Now, like there where it's a little bit wide, maybe a little bit too much for what I want, you just get your baby wipe and you can just wipe that off. So it's a messy old job, but you know what? It's fun. Takes you back to when you were a kid and you could do the old glue and glitter and making Christmas cards and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually quite good, and it's quite therapeutic, I have to say. Now, I think I'm going to go up the edge as well, because it already is in places, and rather than it looking messy or trying to fiddle about getting it off the edge, I'm just going to let a little bit go up on the edge there. Not masses, just a touch, just to carry it on up on the edge of the coaster. Now, if you don't like it once it comes out and it doesn't work for you, you can always use a gilding pen or something, and just cover that up with some gold or silver. No one will be any the wiser, really, will they? So but I just think it might be fun to take it up the side a little bit. Now you can see that actually, although we started off with quite a bit, we've got kind of a bit of a, I suppose, a bit of an airbrush look, haven't we? But I quite like that, actually. I think I might leave that as it is. All I'm going to do is clean off that centre there, just so that that's fresh. Excuse me, reaching across. Manners, manners. That's what my mother taught me, never reach across somebody. There. Now, I'm just going to come around the edge, just kind of clean it up a little bit so that it's not obscuring any of those words, but you're still getting a fun effect to go with the stickers. And I think it's quite a light-hearted look altogether. It's not all pearls and diamonds or whatever, and I think it's just fun. So that's that one. I'm going to do the other four, and then come back to you and we'll pour and get our stickers in. Okay, see you in a minute. Right, well, we've got the edges done. I think they look quite pretty, and I quite like that airbrushed kind of look. So now what we're going to do is pop a little bit of our resin in the bottom of each one, and then we're just going to sink the stickers in. I'm hoping I might need to make some more up. Actually, I don't think I've got quite enough resin, so that's fine. We'll get the stickers in, and then I'll make some more resin up and we'll top it up. Okay. Now, obviously, the way to avoid running out is to test them with water first, so you know how much resin you need. But I never seem to remember in time, and then it's a case of they're going to be wet, and then I can't use them, and it takes ages to dry, and yeah. So I'm a terrible person, and I try to guesstimate. I usually make too much, which is fine, because there's always something else to fill up. But on this occasion, I definitely haven't made enough. Right, let's get this first one in anyway. Okay, now if you don't want to get air stuck underneath it, so I tend to go in at an angle and then drop it down so that you can push any air out of from the edges, like so. Now, if you were wanting to back these with a colour, you would just put your sticker in upside down and then back it with colour and then turn it out. But we don't need to do that because we're using clear. So I'm just going to centre that up like so. Make sure we've got no bubbles under there. The end of the world if there is, but because again it's not being turned out, so the bottom isn't the top, if you know what I mean. But still, I'd rather not have bubbles if I can help it. Right, now we're going to let that self-level. We'll do the next one. Again, just sliding that in so that the resin just kind of flows up over the top of it. And there we go. Just help it along a little bit, as there's not as much in this one. There we go. And then just push out from the middle to the edges, and that way you'll push out any air bubbles that are caught underneath. There we go. Just make sure you go all the way over. That's it. That's it. And then just again level up. I think that's about right. Oh, got a little bit of floating powder there. I don't want that because I don't want it to float across the front of the letters. So we'll just pull that out. There we go. Okay. Whoops. Now, let's just sink these in. We can at least get these in. It'll be easy just to pop a bit more on top. And I think there's enough in here to get the stickers in. So again, just same again. Just kind of, not going to get that flow quite as well, but it's still flowing over the top. There we go, look. Might need to do just a bit more pushing around just to make sure there's no air. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so there we go. Sorry, me getting my head in front of the camera, I expect. Not quite used to cameras and keeping myself out of the frame yet. But we're all learning, aren't we, eh? Okay, so pop that across. Go. And then our last one. this one. Now, obviously, you can do this with any sticker. So you can, you could also do it with a temporary tattoo. Just pick something that you really like. And it's a nice, quick, simple way to do something. Great if you need a last minute present for somebody, because literally 4 hours, well, say 4.5 with everything, getting everything ready, 4.5 hours. So night before or something, if you've got a sudden guest coming, you can make them a really unusual, personal set of coasters. No one else is going to have the same. So I think that's a really cool gift to give someone. There we go. Right. So I will see you. Oh, I'm going to, reminds me, and I didn't say yesterday, at the end, just if you give it either, if you're going to turn it out up, and this is the back, give it just a squirt of the isopropyl alcohol just to get rid of any bubbles. Because this is the top, you can sometimes get kind of a watermark with the isopropyl. So I just give it a quick burst with my flamethrower, as I call it, just a quick one. You can use the long necked lighters that you use for candles as well. Don't get it too close to your mould, because you will fuse your resin to your mould, or you'll burn your resin, which will turn it yellow. So just less is more, but just a quick zhoosh, just to make sure. But the resins are very good these days, and they do, a lot of them, dry very well, bubble clear. The J Diction, I love their fast set, and I love the Apex resin, normal everyday resin. It's absolutely brilliant, and degasses really well. So okay, well, I will see you in about 4.5 hours. 5 hours. We'll give it 5 just to be sure. We'll demold these. Okay, and then if we can decide if they look fine like that, or if we're going to put some gold around the outside or something. Okay, so I will see you later. Bye. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back. It's Louise here from Bright Star Creative. Now we're going to have a look and demold these coasters that we made. And it's been a few days actually, because life events and all that. So we're coming back to them. Now the first thing I noticed is that a couple of them, the stickers have kind of lifted or floated before the resin set. So 2 haven't and 2 have. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I'm going to have to look into it, because the stickers themselves were already coated, so I need somehow to kind of weigh them down or stick them down. They're not the kind of stickers with adhesive on the back. They're the like heat transfer, so I can't stick them down unless I put a little bit of resin on the back first, stick them down, wait, and then pour. So I think next time that's what we'll do, and we'll try that and see if that works better. But anyway, we're going to unmold and have a look and see how they went, because if you remember, we put the chameleon powder, we brushed it around the edge of the molds. So let's have a look. Well, actually that's come out quite well, and it's coated nicely around the edges. A little bit of overfill there to take back, but that actually worked pretty well, and I'm quite pleased with that. And they're quite trendy looking, aren't they? So that's the, now what colours did we use? I'll put them away. Hang on, I'll get them out in a minute. So we used 2 different colours. So that's kind of the purple and blue. That's really quite effective, isn't it? And they've lifted really well out of the molds, and they look, see on the back, obviously you see the back of the sticker, so I don't know, again, you might be able to back coat it if it bothers you, but I mean, no one really sees that, do they? So unless, oh, you could put a cork back on, but then you're going to lose the see-through part of it. So yeah, I mean, you could put, I suppose, a black coating on the back. I mean, I've got a black box here. We could see, let's have a look. So we could kind of see what it would look like. And actually, that works, doesn't it? The black. So you could, yeah, you could put kind of a black coat on the back there, maybe. One thing I will do is find my little silicone, the feet, you know, to finish those off. But I think actually, apart from the fact that they've lifted a bit, and actually there's a mark here, I tried to poke it down because I noticed it had lifted and the resin was almost, it was really tacky. So of course then I made a bit of a mistake there. But I can sand that down and repolish it, and that will be good as new. Or if not, I can sand it down and put a bit of UV resin on there just to finish it. So that's okay. And I mean, I suppose, oh, sorry, that's my dog. Shush. It actually isn't too bad, even though it's lifted. But I would like them to be flat. So we will try them again, I think. We will have another go at them. But there we are. There's our set of coasters. Next time we do them, I'll show you. There's a holder to go as well. So maybe we can do the holder with some of the chameleon powders. We'll have the set made. Okay, well, thank you for coming back and having a look at the results. And any tips or ideas, and if you've got, you know, about how to keep these flat, please put it in the comments down below. That would be great. All right. Well, you take care. Lots of love and bye.